Hey everyone, I'm Jade Fraser, aka Rich Little Poor Girl, and in today's Champagne Lifestyle on a Lemonade budget video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my top tips on ways to save money when you are on holiday, so keep watching. Now, the first place that I love to save money when I'm on holiday is unsurprisingly shopping. I'm a fashion lover. If you're familiar with my channel, I love to talk about fashion and decor and experiences, travel and all that sort of thing. But I'm particularly talking about shopping for pleasure. And for me on holiday, that definitely starts at the airport. That's like, is it weird to say that's one of the peaks of my holiday is the airport? However, I like to be really savvy with my spending. So in terms of tips, one of the things I would say is to definitely make use of the duty free. Now here in the UK, if you're traveling outside of the EU, for now, who knows what's going to happen, but if you're traveling outside of the EU, then you can save money on the tax. If you're traveling outside of the EU, then you don't pay tax on the items that you buy in the airport. This is of course great because a lot of the major airports have really cool outlets in there, from like Chanel and Dior and all these fancy designer outlets to just your everyday kind of shops that you might buy clothes or like high street goods from. So it's a great opportunity to save money. So if you're within the kind of home stretch of your holiday and once you know you've booked your holiday, I would look at all the things that you're looking to buy between now and then just in life. And if there's anything that has an outlet in the airport, then definitely consider waiting and buying it when you're going out on holiday. My kind of second caveat of that point about saving money when actually shopping for pleasure on holiday is that in lots of countries you can save money on goods, especially when those goods are from that country. I know me and my friends always used to, when we were at school, like if we knew someone was going to like New York, we'd give them, save loads of money to get us like Abercrombie stuff because it's much cheaper. Same with stores like Zara. Zara is Spanish, and so you often for the same dress, the same item, will pay a lot less in Spain than you would once you've exchanged it into a different country's currency, just because again they are adding on their import fees and duties and that kind of thing. So sometimes holiday shopping can be a great opportunity to pick up something from a high street store that you know and love, but at a much less price. Now, once you have arrived on holiday, assuming that you don't know the area very well, often the next thing to do is kind of set an itinerary. You want to go out and explore and get a feel for the area, and you might have a tour guide, or you might have done some research onto like the top tourist kind of hotspots that you want to hit up, which is great. You always want to see like the Eiffel Tower if you're in Paris, that kind of thing, the first time that you go. However, what I also think it's really smart to do is to speak to some of the locals and find out where they hang out. This is because tourist hotspots are usually very overpriced for what they are and can sometimes be, in my experience, a little bit tacky. I have been to so many different countries where the place that's kind of billed and talked about is like the main avenue or the main beach. It's nice in itself, but all of the surrounding shops, all of the surrounding restaurants sell kind of like really just not authentic stuff. When you're on holiday and you're in a different country, you want to get the authentic experience, you want to eat the best food with the best ingredients, you want to shop the like most beautiful clothes. So what I like to do is, if I don't already know a local, I'll get chatting to someone, maybe at the bar in the restaurant. Staff are always a wealth of knowledge, and you might ask a receptionist like, where should I go? And they'll give you like the brochures that they just have on the counter. They might have some type of partnership with like the local tour guides and that kind of thing. What I would do is really make friends with someone, make friends with the waiter, make friends with the bartender, the room service attendant, and ask them where they go in their personal time. Don't say, where would you recommend for me to go? It's my first time. Ask them where they hang out, what they did at the weekend, what they like to do when they're in that country. Minicab drivers are also great for this. I've had so many minicab drivers go above and beyond on holiday to take us to like cool restaurants and cool hotspots. When I was in Oman with my dad, cab driver took us to this really beautiful restaurant. We had a really authentic experience. We kind of like ate on the floor, and they gave us this whole spread, which for the two of us was a lot more than we had paid for like a whole family of 4 to eat before. And we had like a lobster each and all of this amazing food. So I definitely recommend speaking to cab drivers as well. Also, it's in their interest to help you as well, because obviously if they recommend somewhere, you say, okay, can you take me there, and you like it, you're more likely to kind of use them throughout the holiday, which is what I normally end up doing, using the same driver and going on their recommendations, and it's a win-win for everyone. Back to shopping now, and I have certainly saved a lot of money on holidays through bartering, haggling, and just generally knowing what I should be paying. It's no secret that when some people see holiday makers coming a mile off, they will double, triple, quadruple their prices purely because they assume that as a foreigner you do not know how much you should be paying, especially when you're in other countries where things are generally cheaper or sometimes much more expensive than they are in your home country. So you've just got no concept of like what's the normal rate, and you don't want to seem rude. So even if something seems expensive, you just go with it because you assume that's what everyone's paying. No. I will do research before, and kind of, I love like blogs for holiday tips on like cool places to go and things to look out for. So I'll do a little bit of online research, and then again, when I've made friends with my bartender, waiter, mini cab driver, I will ask them, I'll look at my itinerary for the holiday and I'll ask them how much roughly I should look to pay for certain things. Now when I say bartering and haggling, I don't mean haggling in places where it's not normal to do so. I wouldn't recommend you go into like a restaurant and haggle on the price that's on the menu. However, markets are often around like touristy areas. There might be cool trinkets and keepsakes that you want to get. Yeah, just be careful of paying above and beyond the going rate, and like I said, ask a local. One of my favourite things to do when I'm on holiday is to go to the supermarket. I just love that feeling of like living the life of a local and really like immersing myself in the culture and imagining what it would be like to be a Spanish señorita just going around the supermarket on a Saturday. So one of the things I like to do is actually stay in Airbnbs. It's fun and a really great way to enjoy the lifestyle, because then you like cook for yourself and you kind of make your own timetables a little bit easier. However, that being said, I do like a bit of luxury. I like to stay in hotels every now and then, and when I do, I still will head to the supermarket because I will never be caught, no matter how much money I make, I will never be caught in a hotel mini fridge, home or away. Those things are damn rip-offs, okay? The markup is insane. You're paying for the convenience of being able to get a bag of nuts or a bottle of champagne at 2-3 a.m. So I will always make a beeline on the first day for the nearest supermarket, mini market, and stock up on everything I'm going to want, from water to wine and snacks and everything in between. Same goes for room service as well. Often those prices are way marked up because you are paying for the convenience of being able to get a cheeseburger at 2 a.m, which means they're going to charge you £30 for it. No, don't think so. I will make sure to stock my fridge up with lots of tasty snacks that I bought for a fraction of the price at the local supermarket or mini market, and then I can use that £15-20 that I've saved to go shopping or to have a nice glass of champagne the next day when I'm out sightseeing. So it's all about being smart with your money. I've even heard people recommend getting those filter bottles that kind of have a filter in the tip and they filter the water as you drink it. I'll link one below. Water Bobble, I think, was one of the brands that made them for when you are in other countries. Some of them purport to be able to filter out water from all different countries and make it drinking safe, like tap water. That way you can imagine if you're on holiday again for like 2 weeks somewhere and you're buying 2-litre bottles of water every day to get you through the day because the water there isn't safe to drink, the tap water, you can end up spending like £30+ on the holiday just on water, when you could use that money towards a really nice couple of drinks, couple of cocktails in a bar. So investing in one of those might be a way to solve that. I've not tested it yet. I'd be a bit dubious as to whether they work, but if anyone has used them and had success with them on holiday, please do comment below and let us know. That would be really kind of you, because I'm really intrigued to know if they're actually safe to use. Same goes for hotel meals. I tend to have a hotel breakfast because I always look for a hotel that has a good breakfast. I like an English fry up wherever I am, but beyond breakfast I tend to look to go out often. Restaurant food, I mean, it depends what country you're in and the culture of the restaurant, whether or not it's international, but international restaurants, I find the food's kind of boring and stuff that I can get at home, and I would prefer to, again, go out into the country, enjoy the culture, and often save money. Again, hotel restaurant, you're often paying a little bit more, paying a premium for the convenience of not having to leave the building to eat your meal. So you're on holiday, go out, explore the local streets, or take a cab, take a train, get a really nice dinner somewhere and save some money along the way. I hope that you found this video useful and picked up at least a couple of tips that you can apply to your next holiday to save you some money so that you can move it into your kind of champagne lifestyle budget and spend it on more fun things that we should be spending our money on holiday, like experiences, like a bougie glass of Prosecco or champagne overlooking an infinity pool instead of on a sandwich from a minibar. If you did find the information useful at all, please do give it a thumbs up. It just helps me to get seen a little bit more on YouTube, helps other people to see it and get the info. If you have any tips, please do share them with us all in the comments below. Sharing is caring, and I will be back on Saturday with another money-saving champagne lifestyle on a lemonade budget video. Thank you for watching. Bye.